Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. Right in my hands is Graphic Public Health, a Comics Anthology and Roadmap. The amount of contributors to this is far too long for me to really go through all this, but put together by Meredith Lee Volmer. So graphic medicine. Graphic medicine is, the way I would describe it, is using comics to talk about public health. And public health, I think, is a pretty broad space that you can use. So it's anything from, about diseases or procedures when it comes to medicine, or things that are going on in the environment that protects us, or even just, what's going on in society that can impact us. So as this is published by Graphic Mundi, Graphic Mundi's put out a whole bunch of graphic novels. Some of them dealt with like the issues of displacement due to war, actual health issues that people have experienced. It's really kind of a wide range of topics, but all of it is really centered around the well-being of others and health topics. So this is actually a really interesting anthology, and I'll call it an anthology. It's a collection of examples of graphic medicine. Graphic medicine being a growing space in the comic industry, still one that I don't think is focused on enough, and it's something I'm actually really fascinated by. But it takes us through a whole bunch of different chapters and how it's used. So the first is comics for health literacy. After that is comics for risk communication. After that, comics for health promotion, comics for advocacy and activism, finally ending up with making comics for public health and public information, with a bunch of notes and bibliography afterwards, and of course opening essays. Now what's really neat is it goes through and basically delivers examples of comics for each of those topics, and then has a bunch of pages to discuss those topics afterwards, and why they're important and why they have an impact. And the general sense is, like, comics are a really great way to communicate. Not only do they kind of like drop the barrier a little bit, but they have a special sense about them of how they connect with individuals. You're able to show emotions a bit better. You can maybe show situations a little bit better. You can visualize experiences that people have had. It really is a great way to pass along or communicate some of these issues or topics and teach people. And I think it's really, really interesting. And each of these chapters, some of them, I feel like they kind of repeat themselves in that they hit topics, they hit the same kind of notes and saying it different ways, but they all kind of have a very similar theme in that, comics are a great way to break down barriers and make it easier to get information to individuals, to disseminate information. And it can do it in a lot of ways, and has a lot of special characteristics about them in that storytelling to do exactly that. That's the short version of it. So I think it's actually really, really neat in that not only does this give you it gives you great examples of graphic medicine, but also discusses like why it works, why it's important, how to use it, and then at the end it actually has like some chapters about creating your own and like what to think about it and other things to go look at. So to me, this is a really interesting guide to creating graphic medicine, to go create your own. And this is a fantastic, I think, starting graphic novel to discuss graphic medicine. And I think to me it's really, really interesting. It's not what I expected going into this. I kind of expected like a bunch of short comics like they're here, but I wasn't expecting that like depth discussion afterwards of like why these comics are important or why they work or like how it works. The topics are very wide on all over the place. I mean, there's things about like, the pandemic, but also flu and climate change and earthquake preparedness and just kind of general, expanding of healthcare. There's an interesting one about, returning medicine. It's really kind of a wide range of topics, which I think is pretty cool. So overall, like, if you are intrigued by the concept of graphic medicine, if it's a topic you've never really dove into and you kind of want to learn about, to me, this is a really solid starting point. Very interesting, very cool, and well worth checking out. you can go, very educational. You can go get this now. We got a link beneath this video. You might be able to get this from your comic shops. We got a link, put in your zip code, tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We'll have some links where you can purchase your own. They'll most likely be affiliate links, so to get a small percentage by doing that, you support our site. So thank you. And I want to thank Graphic Mundi for hooking us up with this review copy. We appreciate it. And of course, thank you all for watching. If you're into comics, you can check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.